second. Now, James, a lot of people don't know that that's one of our, like, we stole that song from Buddy Guy, and that's one of our songs that we released a couple of years ago on Spotify, right? Best Damn Fool?
Yes.
And the horn chart was not the homeless guy in the middle over there, which looks oddly like Russ T Nailz, but by Trip Spread. So,
That's right.
good
Wow.
stuff. Yeah. And we have, and aren't we bringing out some of the old numbers soon, like maybe like Rubber Band Man?
Yes.
Christopher Cross Sailing.
We're going to be bringing them back, yes.
Thinking like Lion Sleeps Tonight, a couple of dance numbers.
Wow.
Yeah, so,
Which is why I'm here, Sully.
what's going down?
Interpretive dancing to some of those Rubber Band Man. I believe I have a quick number that I just don't want to give it away. Don't want to give it away just yet, but I am working with the beat. I think we got it here.
All right, what are you doing? Oh,
Well, that's your song.
Is that what I'm hearing?
That's the same. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. That's
Oh, I
me,
thought
yeah.
I thought it was like a.
Oh no, this is live TV, baby.
Technical
Let's
difficulty.
work with this, people. Places, ready, and do it again. No,
All right, very
I
good.
just like saying that. How's the
Sully
show
Band,
today?
Good to see you guys. Now, Tamoka Jarvis is obvious by her absence.
Yeah.
And she hasn't been here for a couple of weeks.
turn it off.
And she plays with, what's the guy's name?
Andy Grammer.
Andy Grammer.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's big. And April, who else did she play with? She's played with a couple of big names, right?
Yeah, she's kind of been all over.
Yeah. So she's on tour with Andy Grammer?
She's on tour with Andy Grammer.
Does that mean
now.
does that mean we don't get her? Or will she be back with us soon?
She'll be back with us.
All right, very good.
Can you zoom in a horn solo?
Yeah, we've been asking that about Steve Dillard since the day we hired him.
Wow.
Steve Dillard with the Righteous Brothers, ladies and gentlemen. Little Tommy, how we doing?
This is episode 77. How cool is
We have a
that?
great show. My first number in Pop Warner was 77,
Really?
which also represented 100 pounds less than I weighed when I was 8. So it was fantastic for the University City Pop Warner. No, I'm really excited about the guests today.
Yes.
Because these are guys that I watch on KUSI.
Yeah.
And they're fantastic. So I'm gonna let you take it away. So do
All right,
Fellas,
let's introduce the very first guest. She is the pride of Chula Vista, one of the best attorneys here in San Diego.
Oh, great.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Esther Valdes Clayton.
I love how you guys pick out your walk-on music. Did
Yes.
you pick that song out?
I did.
And what song is that?
It's Unstoppable by
Oh, that's
Sia.
right. There you go, there you
Yes,
go.
very
see
good.
that?
Which tells me she listens to 933.
Maybe.
I do.
Or 94.1.
Reason why we invited you, we see you a lot on KUSI.
Yeah.
We need some legal advice.
And
Yes,
you're
please.
always
Quick
you're
question.
always incredible when you're on the air on KUSI. So we wanted to get to know you. I do know you're from Chula Vista, but how did a young woman, a young girl from Chula Vista get to your status? But how did
what
that
was
happen?
the journey?
Because-
What was the journey? Where'd you go to school?
I went to Chula Vista High School, and that was just part of my journey. My family came here from Mexico when I was about 4 years old, and that was the area where we started living, and I love it. I have a lot of family that still lives there, and I don't think it's a trajectory. It's just part of the San Diego experience. We all enjoy living here. We all learn from each other.
What was your first car you had in high school? All those little questions about growing up here.
No car.
No car, good.
No car. I was raised close to San Isidro, actually. I was bused into Chula Vista.
Yeah.
Performing arts school?
Yeah, very low income, so no car to answer that.
Thanks
And
for bringing
I
that
think-
up, Russ. Because
Shut up. I need help with my interpretive.
But wait a
trying
minute.
to forget her
My interpretive
No,
dancing part
you
is
guys
what I-
don't understand. But
what?
what a success story. I mean, she just talked about how she was raised, but today you're one of the most successful attorneys. And when we need to know about the border crisis, we call you. I mean, how did that happen? Because you were,
I think the best part of my experience is that somebody gave me a chance. And that's what I try to give to everybody. And thanks you guys for giving me a chance, just helping each other. If KUSI hadn't reached out to me and seen like an interview, I wouldn't be here. And that's what I do for my clients in immigration. I give them a chance at the American dream. I mean, what could be better than that?
when I got divorced 11 years ago, I've been spent the last 10 just begging for a chance. Just
Another chance.
different subject.
Got to rearrange it.
Okay, here's my mom and dad, my birth father and my mom went to Chula Vista High School, class of 56, class of 58.
Wow.
And what a legacy sort of thing that Chula Vista High School is,
Yeah.
because it's the Spartans, right?
Yes.
Now think about that. In the community down there, which is interesting, is they were the Carmel Valley or the University City of the 50s. That was the place where people came to. And what's interesting is how they went from being this hallmark sort of city into then Eastlake comes, which changed the whole thing, right? Suddenly there's economic activity teeming everywhere. So I love to hear stories about Chula Vista. And by the way, lived on Oleander.
What'd you do?
Lived on Oleander.
Oh, I thought, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I ate some oleander there. which
No,
would
no,
be
no.
My dream.
I lived on Oleander.
Because it's poisonous.
Well,
Thank you.
I'm from Palomar Street,
Oh.
but Esther, everyone always asks when someone you meet is from Chula Vista High School. The next question is, do you know Mario Lopez? Did you?
I
go to school?
graduated same year as Mario Lopez.
Hello.
You have to know. And what's even cooler for me is that I serve on the Coronado School Board,
Yeah.
and one of my former teachers sits alongside me, Dr. Anderson Cruz. So, it's a San Diego story, especially for those of us who were born and raised
Yeah.
here. There's not a whole lot of us that are native, so, it's pretty cool.
So back up. When you got your first car, what kind was it?
Are we back? Are we back there?
I just love car stories, but yeah.
Well, this is a good car story. I was a single mom,
Yep.
so I had to save up a lot of money. I went to Kobe Swap Meet. I was a lawyer, and on the weekends I would sell stuff on Kobe Swap Meet, and I bought my first car cash, Ford Contour.
What's interesting is that, let me think about this here. You were from San Diego. You're from San Diego. We have 4 native San Diegans here, and you don't find that very often.
Well, that's why I like your show, because you get all the nuance, you get all the region, you get all the neighborhoods, you know the areas,
know what
you
happened
know
here.
what's
Yeah.
going on. Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Chula Vista, it's really interesting if you think back on Chula Vista.
Yeah.
Like I remember my dad, my parents got divorced, but my dad would always take us to Mexico every other weekend to go camping.
Yeah.
And there was always a 3-hour stop in Chula Vista
Right.
to load up. Remember?
Yeah.
And what's interesting is I don't know that the people that grow up, like my daughters, don't know the significance
Yeah.
of our border town here. I mean, we're in a mega region, and it's kind of a big deal.
Well, it's got some of the best food. If I want to go eat
Lolitas.
Mexican food, yes.
Hello.
Lolitas.
What about the
Lolitas,
manhole cover
tons
pizza?
of tacos.
Labellas, right?
Labellas.
Felipe's.
Yes. Awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
What about Hawaiian Gardens turned into the butcher shop, the first butcher shop
Oh, yeah.
in
On
San Diego.
Broadway.
Yeah, on Broadway.
Wow.
Fantastic.
And it's close to where I live now in Coronado, so it's just like a hop street, a
Right.
jump
Yeah.
over the border, so it's great.
Hey, so I want to talk about how we're doing in this town with respect to all of the pending litigation from COVID, and then also, is there a person that owns a restaurant that really knows what they can or can't do in this town right now? Because is there outdoor dining or is there not outdoor dining? How long will it last?
That's where it's so helpful to be a lawyer, because I could and enjoy the news, and I love watching KUSI because the updates keep coming. Nobody really knows what to do right now, and that's why when you lose local control from the government and the governor takes it all,
Yeah.
you used to go forward to your local officials and say, hey, what's going on? Our local economy can't support this, and the local businesses are being affected. But those choices have been taken away from us.
Yeah. And now when you
and that's
complain,
what's so frustrating,
they
and
freeze
people
your,
get outraged, but they don't understand. It's like this has been usurped by a governor and by the way this state is being run. So when you're a local elected leader, like I am in Coronado, your hands are tied. But there's things that we need to do. We need to mobilize and get back into that community mindset and say, wow, what can we do here and locally?
Well, keep in mind, small business in this county, the
Yes.
biggest taxpayer, the biggest employer, and the least incentivized. And that's who's paying the price. I think small business is paying the price from all of this uncertainty.
And with that in mind, let's bring in the next guest because he is a business owner. Ladies and gentlemen, this man fights for our local businesses.
Really?
He fights
Fancy whiskey?
for our liberty and freedom. The owner of the Dot Cocktail Lounge, Philanzo King.
better. Good to see you.
Come to Papa.
Good to see you.
Wow.
I love that the name of the tequila you brought was Addictivo,
Yes.
which is Spanish for addicted. Maybe
Don't place it that
They're-
far
don't
away. My arms aren't so
That's
long.
water, by the way.
I had to put the shades on for that shirt. That is very cool, man.
Thank you. I want it to be bright.
You are bright.
I want to bring some cheer
Sunshine
to
on
the
my
room.
shoulder.
Catch us up. Catch us up. All the stuff you were doing
Yes.
down there at the Dot.
Yes.
And you had outside done it. You were doing some remodeling. Fast forward, and then let's go back and talk about how difficult it was. Because where are you
So-
at now?
We are still in remodel mode. We're still moving forward after trying to deal with all of the back and forth with our great governor, as you have been talking about, and our new mayor as well.
Governor Usurpa.
It's been go, stop, start.
Right.
You won't get anything done. You won't be moving forward. And now we're at a place where we're just getting rid of the mask, which in my place, we've always been rid of the mask. People
Yeah.
are comfortable. They're coming out. They're trying to support small business. If we can just keep government out of it, I think we can survive, though.
Remember when you came on there with us last time, and your biggest complaint was nobody was clear
Nobody.
about what we could and couldn't do.
No direction.
We heard a narrative on this station, stories on this station. So how did you navigate through that? Because guess what?
What
You're
I
still
did
in
was
business.
I toned out the noise, and I dealt with customer base. I let my customers dictate how my business was going to go. Because thanks to you guys and your support,
Yay.
the customers would come, they would sit, enjoy a good drink, and they would leave comfortably, or we would send them home in a cab, as we always do. But you have to let the customer base dictate how it's going to go, because if you listen to the government, it won't go, period. You'll just be standing still. Your doors
People
will
are
be
still
closed.
showing up and just
People
like
are showing up.
put the mask on at the door, walk to the table, and then there's no more COVID
Exactly.
possibility.
Well, keep in mind, customers are going off your lead, right?
Yes, indeed.
Like,
And you have to provide them a lane to be in. So I provided an atmosphere. The customers were very receptive, and the business is surviving.
so
Yeah, with that shirt on, you could provide a lane for,
Wait a minute.
emergency.
Every time you're on KUSI and you speak and you talk about, liberty and just fighting for businesses, fighting for bars and restaurants, our phones light up saying, hey, that guy, Philanzo King, should run for mayor or should run
So
for
I'm going to
office.
tell you what my wife said about that. My wife says I'm going to be the mayor of Toys of Us. Toys R Us, that's
I
it. But I get it, because there are a lot of points that need to be made. There are a lot of things that should be said that are not being said.
Right.
People are being left in the wayside, and all our governor and our city leaders have been talking about is how they can destroy the small business, which, as you made a
Because they've
mention
never
of,
run a small business.
They haven't.
They've never.
Well, they've
don't
never
know
run
what
big
it's
business
like
either.
to
Do you guys know that the
maintain
only
payroll.
person on the city council that ever actually signed the front of a paycheck was Scott Sherman? Like
Right.
everyone
And he's
else,
not there.
You don't get
And he's not
perspective
there.
until you sign the front of a paycheck.
Yes.
Right.
Right? And that's the problem, is we don't have anybody that has any experience in making payroll.
career
Right?
bureaucrats.
They have
right.
experience with bike lanes.
Yes.
We're going to get back on that.
That's a little hard.
Listen, I'm a bike rider. I support it. It's great. But how many businesses did they destroy customer parking to provide a bike lane?
I think it's called 30th Street, isn't it?
Hey, but here's what's interesting. Post-mortem, you're the tip of the spear. You are a minority-owned business.
Yes.
You're a small businessman. You're not in La Jolla,
No.
right? You're in an enterprise district, right?
Most definitely.
You have almost everything going against you if you talk about, rolling the dice.
Yes.
Post-mortem, do you think that the reason you're still here and you're still kicking and doing well is because of your pivot, or did it finally get crystal clear sometime?
No, it was the pivot that I made. Because had I followed all of the rules, guidelines, and regulations to the letter, I would have been closed a long time ago.
Yep.
There would have been no way to survive.
So had you followed the rules,
Yes.
right? I mean, honestly.
I'm all about not following the rules.
Oh, I know you are.
And I'm not saying breaking laws. I'm just saying we're talking about mass mandates and people coming in and being separated. Like if you have a business that holds 45 customers, well, you put 45 customers at 6 feet apart, now you're down to 5 customers.
What is the difference between me standing up, walking to the table, and then sitting down at the table?
COVID only operates between 4 foot and 6 feet.
Just want to check.
Well, what about the 10 o'clock curfew thing they had?
Yeah, talk about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You brought that up last time. Talk about that. That was
It
insane.
makes, come on.
COVID goes to bed early. We know this. Follow the science.
You cannot, it's not science.
And why did they choose
It's
February
popcorn
15th?
science.
Yeah, why did they choose February 15th? What happened?
It's a political date. They have to put something together. The governor has to speak as though he knows what he's talking about. So he has his audience, and once his audience hears things, they go, oh, he's doing such a great job.
It's getting to be a smaller audience.
But
so
wait,
thank
but, you know,
God.
but look at the end of the day, I believe that everyone has good in mind.
Yeah,
Okay? It
right.
didn't automatically become political, but then it did.
Yeah.
Like I think
Oh, it
we didn't
did.
know. We
Now
didn't
it
know.
is.
We were 5 feet out of the parking lot on a 20-mile hike, and had no idea we should close everything down and put Saran wrap around our heads. We had no idea.
Right.
But at some point, it became political. And can you explain why? I still cannot explain.
Well, it became political because people start seeing that there was an avenue to monetize it.
Yeah.
Once they found out they could monetize it, you know, normally government monetizes a situation by starting a war.
Yeah.
But they did.
There was no war.
Yeah.
So now we can monetize this epidemic, this pandemic. So how can we do it? Well, we'll let people live in fear, shut down all the small businesses, and let the big money people eat.
Yeah.
They'll eat more,
It's all about power.
and they'll flourish.
And there are other
Yeah,
choices.
And the
It was a
small
power and
business will be
control thing,
pushed
right?
out.
Oh, it still
I
is.
mean, it sort of was a power.
Oh, boy.
I mean, you hate to say that. I mean, I don't want to be like a conspiracy theorist, like you.
No, but go ahead. Play that weird music.
Like I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but it seems like it's like about power.
Well, it's what happens when you have one party ruling the entire state. There's no dialogue. There's no diversity of thought.
So we know how to
There's
fix
no
it.
diversity of experiences.
Perfect.
So everybody who goes along, from city council to whoever controls us,
Right.
they're all Democrats. There's nobody really on the Republican side taking them to task for them.
No.
Maybe you should step in.
Listen
I'm ready
to
for mayor.
Esther, like
Esther
a bomb.
I'm your
Valdes
campaign
Clayton.
manager.
Here's our mayor.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we have
Let's
one
make it
more
happen.
guest to invite. Let's do it after the break.
On the air is on the air. Stand by. Like, is it casual Friday or I slept in my car Thursday? You guys are kind of like laying back.
That's it.
Sully Band here. Good to see you. On the air is on the air.
Love it.
All right. Yeah.
I'll be watching them.
It's almost like just as we thought, like we're gonna be back to whatever normal is. There's like another, like the bar keeps moving, right? Not your bar.
Not your bar, yeah. Your bar.
But doesn't it seem like the rules, like there is?
They change every week. You cannot find a common ground to say this is what should be done, which is what our government should have done for us.
Yeah.
They should have given us a common ground where we could stand on and say, well, these are the parameters that cannot be crossed.
Yeah.
But from that point to here, you're good. And let's go forward. No, it's, let's start here. You can't do, well, we're not,
What?
So one last question: what is the one thing you would have done different were you in charge?
I never would have shut down any business unless I shut down all business. If you shut down all businesses,
Yeah.
let Uber, FedEx, UPS, let those guys deliver
Yep.
a certain amount of food and supplies to all families for 3 months, we all come out of this thing unhurt.
All right.
For president?
That's a good one.
Yes.
No, like that's a seriously a great idea, and I don't know why.
No one ever
There was
thought
no
about,
clarity on that.
Yeah, shut down means shut down.
Yeah.
So if we shut down, everyone shelter inside, we will have groceries delivered to you by these people that are already delivery drivers that have routes. These businesses can make some extra money. Everyone will be inside. They will have their food, their necessary supplies. And after about 3 months, this thing blows over. Our nurses and our first responders are not stressed out to no limit. We don't lose a lot of family members that we lost because people are still going out fighting in line at Costco and all these other places.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't have that. You wouldn't have that problem.
How do you get notified of these changes? And is that a legal way? Is it an email like, hey, start wearing masks at the front
That's
door?
right. Is the health department dropping a?
Is it a note? Is it
how's that
serve you
How does
with
that work?
You more or less, you hear it on the news,
That's
and
it.
then you start to abide by
Oh, perfect.
what's going on the
so
media
random, yeah.
outlets.
Well,
on
it's
KUSI.
dictatorial, right? They roll it out like a press release, then they've got these agents of science, the CDC, the public agencies at their side, and then they just roll it out, and it's a mandate. It's completely dictatorial,
That's a new
arbitrary,
word,
and
we just
capricious.
came up with mandate over the last 2 years. That's it's
I
mandate.
think we found a mayoral candidate. Have we not?
Next
Like,
one.
come on.
But
Drive that bus.
The Orange Party.
I think,
It's going to be the common sense party. is what
well, I'll
it's
tell you
gonna
right
be.
now, you're
Hold
going
on.
to be.
Hold on.
Party, I love it.
As I want to, because I forgot to say this. Did you know that we came up with a song for you today? Like, as we're talking about business, let's start getting some entertainment thing.
Yeah.
We found a song for you today.
For Tommy?
Really?
You need to go up on stage at some point, and I think it was John and James came up with.
The Tommy song?
Well, it was off the
Tommy from the
off the Cat Scratch Fever album. What's his name? Little Ted Nugent, because you're such a classic rock geek. Will you
right.
go up and sing one for us today?
I think I can try.
What
I'll try.
song do you have planned, James? Come on.
I think just what the doctor ordered.
That's it. All right.
All right,
I want to
but
bring
this
it up.
next guest.
No, I want to tee
Listen.
up because it's going to happen. Next
You think Philanzo should be mayor? You think Esther can be president? Well, this next guest, I truly believe, can be governor. I've known this young man since he was 15. He does so much for our community, from young, black, and in business. Roosevelt Williams III, better known as RW3.
Look who's here.
What an entrance.
You know what? The best part of the show is, like, I'm watching KUSI News and I see this guy on the air, and I texted Tommy. I said, "Okay, regular guest, you are doing unbelievable things for San Diego, and God bless you for doing it. I want you just to take it over and just talk about, by the way, young,
The brick.
black, and in biz.
That's right.
YB and NB.
That brick goes
Come
on
on.
our shelf, all right?
That's yours. That's a membership brick because we're building back better with young, black, and in business.
Yeah.
Just so that everyone here know young is a state of mind, so we have no age limit. You are welcome to join.
Thank
the color
you.
black
Yeah, thanks for that
encompasses all the colors.
Thanks for that hall pass.
Absolutely. And so we're solution-based business, all about solving problems, solving conundrums. So we're happy to be here. We're excited. This is our brick because each brick that's purchased goes to purchasing a commercial complex for early entrepreneurs so we can practice a mind share, wallet share, and a market share.
Cool.
We're looking to purchase a commercial complex that we can lease out to early entrepreneurs. And I brought some gifts as well.
Look at
Right
that.
on.
Sully, Tommy.
What do we
We
got?
also have a
Oh, it's
community
Fernando
partnership.
Tatis in a box.
I'll get that.
Yeah, that's a bobblehead.
And then-
exclusive bobblehead.
So, okay, look.
I get the tequila.
In the mid-90s, when you were looking to get finance in your business, you could go to a venture capital firm, SBA, or an SBIC, Small Business Investment Company, or a MESBIC, Minority Enterprise Small Business Investment Company. Those all disappeared when we hit 2000, and it was really everybody fend for themselves. So organizations like yours are given a hand up, not a hand out, to help them navigate that, right?
Absolutely, because we move at the speed of our understanding. So we have a platform for early entrepreneurs to know that they're not alone. Individually, they're a thread, but when we all come together, we become a rope, and we can pull each other's knowledge and resources. So we're able to help each other all out.
I'm sorry, Philanzo, he's going to be married.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
I'm pivoting.
We'll still
Roosevelt.
call it the Orange Party. Sorry, there we go. Go on with that.
Give me
Roosevelt.
another party either way.
Where did this come from? I mean, I know you're a young man, but growing up, who influenced you? Where did this come from? Because our friend Michael Brunker, formerly of the Y,
Absolutely.
he talks highly of you. So how did this happen?
I started off at a very young age being a Mr. San Diego, Mr. Gold Coast Classic, Mr. Heritage, inspired by dignitaries, council members.
Like who?
Mayors, Deputy Mayor George Stevens.
Yeah.
Walter Kadumu, Jackie Meshach.
Wadi Detta.
Absolutely. I'm pretty much a product of San Diego. So the more you know, the more you owe. So my life model became live to give. So I'm always looking to give service with a smile. The customer experience we were talking about earlier. That's right.
So is Young Black and in Business, is it a membership organization?
We're membership based, all network based. You can go to joinybnb.com and find out how to become an annual member. We have a podcast, we have a manuscript. We provide educational, instructional, entrepreneurial content to early emerging entrepreneurs.
So there's two paths to wealth in this country. You can either own real estate or you can own a business. Now, anybody who owns a share of Apple stock is owning a business. But that's a big turn for people. Like when you decided, I'm going to hang it up and I'm going to go risk everything I have, which, by the way, I think government needs to understand that the who's going to pay for it model is I risk everything every day. Therefore, I shouldn't just be one off the till, two off the well, whatever you say.
Oh, yeah.
But it's interesting. So, and the bottom line is that if you look at the financial crisis of 1990, I beg your pardon, 2008, 2009, people reinvented themselves or they started businesses. And of course, Donald Trump took a lot of credit for a lot of things, but one thing that happened to us was suddenly we had economic activity from all the businesses that were started. So all you're doing is seeding a GDP for San Diego.
And absolutely. And we're leading by example by changing the business model in the 21st century. We're going from brick and mortar to click and order.
There you go.
Come on!
Right there. Somebody write that down. That does it.
Wait a minute. All right. It's going to be
Somebody call Instacart. It'll sound
Philanzo for mayor, Esther for president, Roosevelt for governor.
Oh, there you
That's
go.
what we got.
All right.
We got
We
it.
got the trifecta.
We got it.
Or he just hosts the show and
Because we've already had a president, Roosevelt, so we don't need another one of those.
it's because youth and inexperience will beat age and treachery every time.
How cool.
All right.
All right. We're on the air. Coming up, stand by.
Can we kick it? Can we kick it? Yes, we can. Can we kick it? Yes, we can. Can we kick it? Yes, we can.
There we go. Yeah. That song is called. I wrote that song. What is that song called again? No, I swear. It's
Never gonna give up.
Never Gonna Give Up. Yeah.
Never
You
Gonna
can find that on
Give
Spotify.
You know,
And of course the band rocks it. And I will tell you, you are going on stage again, and you're going to do some like you're such a old classic
thank
rock
you.
person.
Thank you. Yes.
I was like, hey, you guys know any Foreigner?
Said too old.
Hey,
Two olds in there.
I am on KGB 10 to 1 Saturday and Sunday. And speaking of music, the Sully Band is on tomorrow, Sunday, playing the whole 10 o'clock hour on Good Morning San Diego.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that?
We just found out.
But wait, so Mary, our den mother, is here. Do you have walk-up music yet?
She does. I got an intro.
Do it. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's the mom of the building, Mary Burt Godwin.
Ready to do my Tina moves?
Isn't that great?
I love it.
I get a seat at the bar this week.
Good music.
Welcome, everybody. Hey, I'm making it big time now.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I love
Thank
that.
you, guys.
Mary is young. She's beautiful. She's single, and now she's known as the mother of
The building.
Probably, maybe.
I've got two
wanna
teams.
change
You
that
guys
around?
are harder than
Should
that.
probably change it around.
You guys give me more stress,
Like
more
the bar
grainier than my
babe or
teams.
something. Like, let's rename that thing. You know?
And I'm a native San Diegan, so I'm with the
Wow.
club. I'm native
Wait a
to
minute.
the
Wait a
bar.
minute.
Third generation.
Native?
Wow.
Native?
Same.
Native.
Where are you from, Philanzo?
Memphis, Tennessee.
That's all right. That's
sorry.
all right.
Doing blues
You're
music.
not, now you're city councilman.
You've been demoted.
Wait, no.
I'll take it.
Wait. Class president. So,
Ooh, that's really the demotion right there.
all right. So what do we get? So can I tell you something? Honestly, and my band will tell you this, and Mary will tell you this and stuff. That I love being on stage in front of a bunch of people, but the second we're done, James, where am I? Like
You're off stage. We can't even find you.
no, it's like 'cause I don't hang around for the.
I think El Chapo put in your stage because you disappear quick.
I
You
am.
like lift a tub and you're gone.
Yeah,
got a
what
tunnel.
most,
You
what
guys
most
got a
of the time,
tunnel.
I seem like I'm a good time. I'm not that good of a time. Because after the show, I'm out. And if I'm on stage for like 5 minutes or something, like John will go, hey, what's wrong? You're still here.
Yeah.
I don't understand, Barry.
Look at that.
We had koozie cups made, a T-shirt, and
It's the album cover
It's,
for
it is
your
the
next
album.
album coming out March 11th.
But who would ever
Let's
buy?
straighten it out.
Who would buy a T-shirt with like? I'd be uncomfortable if you were wearing a T-shirt with my face on it, bro. I'm just telling you right now. Like you're wearing a Sully Band T-shirt, I'm out.
Right.
You'd be proud. You'd
But
be
you can
proud.
buy them. You can click and order.
That's just
Click and order at
Wear
sullyband.com.
flip-flops with your face on it.
You
but-
can also put your cold beverage
right.
on the new coasters. That
Well,
we
here's the
have.
exciting part. So we have the album coming out March
11th.
Yes.
Yes.
And we're doing a album release party on. This is how great it is, Russ, because you'll be
See
there.
the tequila?
You'll be there already.
You did
It's
right.
St. Patrick's.
I'll fall
I mean,
asleep
come on.
here.
So St. Patrick's Day on March 17th on a Thursday.
Yep.
We're gonna kick off our new album and have a great time.
And I'm here to tell a really exciting thing.
All
I'm
right.
so proud of this band. This past week, it was announced that we are up for a San Diego Music Award. Best R&B. Yeah, baby. Best R&B soul funk song for When the Battle Is Over with Rebecca Jade.
That's way better than the best costume thing we won earlier.
Yes.
This has to do with
That
music.
was nice.
Rebecca Jade's gonna win.
Rebecca
She's
Jade.
up for 3 songs in the
No, I know,
category.
she's like 5. Her name's on 5 things.
Yeah.
It's like,
She's
hey Rebecca, hey you up? Like she doesn't even call us anymore.
Rebecca San Diego.
Like So Rebecca Jade is a San Diego treasure. I think she's gonna win, everything, and she deserves it. By the way, didn't she play with Sir
Elton John.
Elton John
At the Oscars.
Yes, she did.
It's like when Tommy says, "Hey, I was running with Robert De Niro." I said, "Did he know?" that you
You fit behind it. It was a marathon.
was it a fleeing situation? So yeah, so it'll be exciting. I think
And these are heavy duty too. These are the kind you can go into a bar.
You can hurt someone with it.
Look at that thing.
Hey, that's my eye.
Fly.
So wait, I have my own coaster.
You have your own coaster, and there's a QR code on the back because ever the marketing person, you can go to our website and our social media channels. But hey, I got to brag about one more thing.
All right,
It's
go,
the whole
go.
building.
Come
This
on.
is what moms are for, right? We brag about us.
Right. You're right, Mom.
Loft 100 Studios, all of us here, we won an Anthem Award, 2 Anthem Awards. So they're related to the Webbies. It's the nonprofit sector of the Webby Awards.
So let me tell you why we're so bitching.
Yeah.
If you don't know, it's the whole internet. It's not just San Diego or LA. It's the universe.
Yes, it's the
and
universe.
we bamboozled and we won.
The interwebs. So it's our work with the Challenge Athletes Foundation.
No, that guy right there, Jared.
There he is.
Jared Coleman.
Hey,
That's right.
Jared Coleman. Our work with Challenge Athletes Foundation for the 2020 Celebration of Abilities.
Bob
We
Babbitt.
won. Bob Babbitt. He was here last week.
And
You're up for Man of the Year.
yeah, I am.
Man of
For
the year.
Leukemia and Lymphoma
Now
Society.
I'll wear your face on my shirt.
That's right.
I won man of last Thursday a couple
Yeah,
years
well,
ago.
that was
But
by default.
now I'm up for the whole year. All right, here we go. Thank you, Mary.
All right.
Very Godwin. Thank you. Fantastic.
Well, we're out of time. Thanks for coming to the show. Goodbye, everybody. You've been great.
Okay.
Tomoka.
Yeah. So we're missing a horn player. We've got the 2 guys in the back that look like they work for Qualcomm, and then we've got the very beautiful April.
Yeah.
By the way, those 2 guys, Trip Sprague, who plays with Kenny Loggins and everybody else, and Steve Dillard, who you've seen me on stage say, it's always great to share the stage with my dad.
And hey, believe
And he's not my dad.
No.
But he's played with Leonard Skinner. He played with the Righteous Brothers.
And Seabiscuit.
And there you go. And
me that. Huh?
his horn is the original horn you heard when you honked the horn on a Model A.
Yeah, he has a patent on that sound.
But can somebody, James, can you tell? So Tomoka's on tour with these guys don't just play with us. Like if they've got a gig, they go out there and you play with Michael Bolton, right? Right, April. So Tomoka's it's kind of an important story. What's going on with Tomoka?
She's out with Andy Grammer right now. She decided to leave us.
Wow.
Is she ever
for
coming
Andy.
back?
What?
Well, guess what? We have a
Hopefully
surprise.
she will.
We have a surprise for you because look from I don't even know where she is.
Chicago, I think.
Tomoka is. So what's it like playing in front of like 50,000 people? Are you scared?
No, it's been great so far. I'm really enjoying this, and everybody's so nice. Like just like Sully Band, like now we spend so much time with each other that we are like a little family now.
Nice save, by the way.
Yeah.
Don't get used to that.
Where are you playing?
Yeah, where are you at now?
Where's the gig tonight?
We have played already at the Beacon Theater in New York City and Orpheum Theater in Boston. We had a show in Park West, and we are at the Minneapolis playing at the Fillmore tonight.
Are you coming back? Are you coming back to us? Did we get you back?
Yes, I'll be back for the album release on March 17th. With
Now,
Sully
Love
Band.
Tomoka.
Now, what does Andy do? Like when you guys are like ordering room service in lunchtime?
There you go.
Is he like at an F-45 class? What's he do during the, like? What's his life look like?
Working out.
And interesting thing is that right now during the COVID, we cannot take any flights, and we got a really strict rules. So we test every day, and all the travel is done by bus. So we have two sleeper buses that actually Andy's in my bus. So like we have he's in the same bus with us, and we eat together, and we cannot go eat at the restaurant, so they cater a lot of food. But
so you get to interact with him.
yes.
Because I don't make eye contact with you guys.
He lifts the tub.
Like
and
I walk on the
disappears right
stage
after
and I say, "Hey, avert your eyes. I'm here." But Andy, no, honestly, Andy Graham are very talented. It's very
Yes.
exciting. So the next city is where? Minneapolis out here?
Yeah, Minneapolis is Saturday. And we will be hitting the Pala Casino on February 25th.
Pala?
And
That's
we'll
funny.
be
Russ
at
is hitting the
the-
Pala Casino this afternoon.
That's going up there right now. Tomoka,
And
you're
Anaheim, and
Tomoka,
House
my-
of Blues on March 2nd.
my favorite saxophone player and my favorite flavor of coffee.
Tomoka almond.
Tomoka almond with a sprinkle of hazelnut.
I knew.
So good.
All right, honey. We'll see you next time. Get back in studio with us, please. We miss you. She's very talented.
She really is.
Did you see what happened to the band?
She's got her own sauce,
We
too,
went
by the
from
way.
the two guys from Sesame Street and added two girls.
Bert, Ernie,
Did you see
yeah.
what happened? Like we added two horn players, and the whole thing, suddenly, we had men in the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was
Everyone
rock
loves the horns.
Yeah, I'll say.
I don't think it's the horns.
All right.
All right, what do we got? So
What now?
No, listen.
Okay.
I want you to give us a grade, Esther, as a city.
Uh-oh.
If you were able to look back and hindsight's 2020 and say, same question, what would you have done differently?
But she
come
can
back.
answer it after the break. After the break.
To think about it.
Can you, remember this? Can you guys name the
You're
artist?
like Alex.
Can you name the
You
artist?
know the answer
Yeah.
before you ask the question.
Well, no, because
Who is it, Bob?
it is Stephen Winwood.
Stevie Winwood.
Little Stevie Winwood
Yes.
was 15 years old
Yeah.
when he sang with the Spencer Davis Group.
Yep.
Was it so? Give me some lovin'? Give me some lovin'?
Give me some kind of love, girl.
It was called The Boy Wonder.
That's not the song, but a great song anyway.
Oh, I thought it was a song.
He's like, legend lives on from the Chippewa on down. Nope, not that one either.
Cut. I'm going to just cuss right now so we get this in editing. Son of a... All right, we got it. Good.
Sundown, you better take it. Like, nope, but another. No, Stevie Winwood with the Spencer Davis Group. And he's, for some reason.
In Traffic.
Yeah, exactly. And he's now like more visible than he's been in like several years. I think he's going on tour. So very good. Sully Band, thank you.
Now I want to hear that song. Both of them. The one I did know.
What I want to hear is, do you remember when you and I got to interview Ted Nugent?
Yeah, it was good.
Wow.
With
No,
the
he's like,
roadkill.
he was like,
book.
I'll pick it, I'll kill it, I'll shoot it, I'll skin it. It was like a one-stop like barbecue.
Barbecue a squirrel.
Right.
Everyone needs to know that.
And Ted Nugent came on the scene in 1976 with an album called Cat Scratch Fever.
And then Double Live Gonzo.
And he was a little crazy.
Yeah.
But it was that was the soundtrack to all of the sort of the
Keggers.
everything that Tommy listens to.
Keggers.
Yeah, the Kegger. It was the Kegger.
don't know that?
Backyard Keggers.
I don't know.
It
who
was
Ted
Foreigner,
Nugent-
Boston, and Ted Nugent, right?
Yes. Van Halen.
You will in a moment.
And he turned into a bow hunter, and he turned into a very, very
Vocal.
vociferous conservative.
Yes.
Right. But he also, what I love about Ted Nugent and guys like Foreigner,
Yeah.
Turner.
bands like Steve Miller Band,
Yeah.
is if you go look at like the backside of the labels and the stuff you didn't hear on the radio,
Yeah.
it's some of the best music you can get, which
Oh, yeah.
I think we should steal and re-release, and they'll think it's ours.
Deep
Thank
cuts.
So I vote that you right now
Oh, man.
kick out, like, do the B-side deep track.
I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting this. Let's do this.
It's a love when Tommy like kicks his toe in the sand. Like, no, I
expecting
couldn't.
this.
Please, I
Just
couldn't.
happened to be ready.
All right, so what song is this song?
Just what the doctor ordered.
You guys know this?
All right.
You guys have, I love the band kind of just does it by ear.
The band is good.
Got my guitar when I was 10 years old, pounding on the rock and roll. Now I'm on the verge of a nervous breakdown. I don't know the meaning of soul. It's so crazy. Yes, you know, but I like it. I got me a cure for my body and soul. Got me an overdose of rock and roll. Jammed every day, jammed every night. Practice till I learn all the licks. Now I'm on the verge of a nervous breakdown. I don't know the meaning of quit. It's so crazy. Yes, you know, but I like it. Crushing my head, my brain's on the border. This is just what the doctor ordered. John Harford on guitar. I jammed every day, jammed every night. I practice till I learn all the licks. Now I'm on the verge of a nervous breakdown. I don't know the meaning of quit. It's so crazy. Yes, you know, but I like it. Crushing my head, my brain's on the border. This is just what the doctor ordered. Yeah. Oh yeah. April Leslie on saxophone. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. The Tommy Band. Thank you.
Thank you.
Remember like 4 weeks ago, he's kicking his toe and sounds like, oh, okay. Can we see Miller?
I want a hat, Tommy.
Wait a minute. So this is the deal. I want to know, when you were with 91X, Rocket Days, X Teria, Baja California, what, we were playing Flock of Seagulls,
Yeah.
Men at Work,
Sure.
Depressed Mode. So you need to go next week and sing a song from your era.
Oh, I've got some great ones.
What do you think it's going to be?
Oh, yeah. Well, New Order, when we first played Blue Monday, we played it at the wrong speed because it was a big, it was an album. And it was, we think at 33 1/3, just going to start playing it. And it was supposed to be 78. But we never heard the song, so we figured, how does it feel?
Do you remember that? Wow.
And so the boss called, and it was with Steve West, and they go, it's a different speed. Could you just whip it up a little?
Can we, so next week, you're up.
Not that one, though. That
You're
one's
up with an 80s song. I'm going to pick
I
like
got
Flock
one.
of Seagulls or Men at Work.
Yes.
I'll melt with you. Modern English.
All right.
Let's go. I'll stop the world and melt with you.
Feeling alright.
the Lemon Grove, Nacho Soap. Be a panelist.
All right with me.
He was also in traffic, but I'm talking why he
exactly.
was late.
Can
Anyway.
you know what I found on Pandora last summer was, and you guys are gonna cringe, Yacht Rock Radio, which was Air Supply, England Dan and John Ford Coley, Christopher Cross, and every
Pablo
song
Cruz.
that you threw away.
Ambrosia.
Ambrosia. And by the way, it's like the #2 listened to station on Sirius
Nice
XM.
and relaxed.
And you guys want to hang yourselves when you hear.
Wow.
I mean, no, seriously. When I hear that stuff, it's like, I gotta go.
I like yacht rock.
I try to like yacht rock, and I like rock like for like a minute.
Yeah.
But if it's like, you know,
David Pack is
precious and few, right?
Come on.
Wait, David Pack from Ambrosia. That guy is like a very underrated singer, just like David Gates of David Gates and Bread.
Dude, they
They're
played
underrated.
the Luke and Laura song.
Was that the song? I keep holding
and Laura.
on to yesterday,
Yeah.
and it just keeps
Yeah.
like.
Exactly. Okay. Okay.
No, I know that.
So tell us what can we look forward to? What events we have coming up? And
Right now
let's go
we
hang out at your bar.
have the Dock Cocktail Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have Oak and Anchor Barbecue on site.
What's the address?
So 3600 Main Street, San Diego 92113.
Look for the orange.
Look for the big purple building. We're the only purple building on Main Street. Orange shirt will be standing outside by the barbecue. It's a smoked barbecue, West Texas style.
Nice.
Karaoke Friday, Saturday.
What?
Free Uber rides to all of our customers. Just come out, have a good time, enjoy a great tequila with me, and I will make sure you get home safe to
What
your
could go
family.
wrong? Tommy, karaoke, tequila, and Uber ride.
There we go.
Hey, wait, Esther
that on
Valdes
tape now.
Clayton, question.
Yeah.
I grew up going to Tijuana a lot, 14, 15-year-old going to TJ.
We all did.
Then I stopped. Do you recommend people going to TJ these days?
Depends what you're going for. I mean, if you want to go enjoy tacos, enjoy visiting family, why not?
Like, for example, Russ, what are you going to TJ for?
So I can get back.
Yeah,
He's got a small.
pharmaceuticals.
He's got an import-export business.
Hydrochloroquine. What are you going for?
Carpeting. It's carpeting.
But it's true though, because I had a property in Rosarito
Yeah,
with a 100-year lease, land lease on it,
Yeah.
and stopped going there when it's
Yeah.
not like we licked the drug trade, but then they started smuggling families, and it got scary for a while down there. I think it is as safe as it's ever been. I was there recently, and if you go down, I think you're gonna have a great time. And I think you should, we're their economic partner, and most of their dough comes from us.
I'm working on moving there, pal.
Yeah, I know you are.
The short drive.
How can we help you guys? How can we help young black and in business?
Well, absolutely. You can go to our website, joinybnb.com. On next Saturday, we're having a manuscript movie night in the IMAX Theater at the Science Fleet Center, where we have the whole museum to ourselves. So we have dignitaries coming. We're networking with the best and the brightest here in San Diego. So come get involved.
That's fun.
Beautiful.
All right.
City councilman, mayor, but you can still own the bar. That's it. Okay, and last of all, talk to us about what we can expect over the next 18 months when we're coming out of this COVID environment. Is there going to be a litany of litigation?
I think there's going to be a Republican wave later on this year. This is an election year. I think people have had it. We
Hence
heard
the
from
dress.
businessmen.
The red wave has already started.
It has started right here at the Sully shows.
Yes.
I think that's what we're going to see.
Can you say that again? Is it,
Sully, Little Tommy,
is it-
Rusty
is it
Nails.
called
We'll get
Sully-
that in editing.
Did you just say
We got a
Sully?
lot of editing to do on
Is
this.
it a
son of
Sully
a-
show?
It's a big.
Is it?
It is.
Oh wait, you had a long time to think about what would you have done different on the shutdown? Would you have just said forget it?
I think several things. I think there's a lot of economic segregation going on in San Diego. There's the people who were high-tech people who could work at home,
Right.
and there was a whole other economy that couldn't afford to stay
Truckers.
at home. And that was the lack of acknowledgement that this government got completely wrong. We have two classes of people, and unless we redress that in these elections, we'll always have this segregated, divided kind of down the I-8 San Diego. The North County can afford to work from home. South County's got to get out. We have higher COVID rates, more economic depression. I mean, when are we going to have a unified, cohesive city government that understands both sides of San Diego?
Hopefully in November.
Yeah.
Hopefully in November.
The
It's got
important
to be a
part- look at,
turnaround.
70% of any economy is based on consumer spending, even San Diego. So our local GDP, the economic report card, is based upon us being able to spend money. So when you guys create businesses, or guys that create businesses, and gals that create, and you create your business, all it is doing is seeding economic impact for this city. And I will tell you, the more we can do small business is the biggest taxpayer in this county, the biggest employer in this county, and the least incentivized.
I pledge right now to bring my bar tab up to the maximum possible at your place. Here
Episode
I come.
77.
Whoa.
Episode 77. Philanzo King, Esther Valdes Clayton, Roosevelt Williams III, RW3.
Yeah. Everybody, everywhere, y'all get prepared. This Sojourn with Sully Band, we're on the air with Sully, Tommy, and Russ T Nailz. The stories and the laughs, yo, they never fail. We put it down just to make your day. Live and direct, this OTA. We put it down and to make your day. Live and direct, this OTA. With our OTA. With our OTA.